An immortal god does not panic, yet the most terrifying frame in the leaked footage of Blood and Bone shows Homelander doing exactly that as he holds a glowing blue vial of V1. The entire fandom is currently convinced this experimental serum will grant him absolute unkillable invincibility for the series finale, but they are missing the cruel, microscopic irony of the chessboard. Homelander thinks he is reaching for his ultimate evolution. In reality, he is administering his own death sentence. The smartest woman in the world did not return to Vought Tower to build a king. She returned to construct a cage. Today, we are breaking down exactly why. To understand the tragedy of Homelander, you have to look past the capes and the laser eyes. He is not a god. He is a lab rat built by Vought International who spent his childhood staring at a white sterile wall begging for a mother. Every horrific act he has committed across 5 seasons stems from a single agonizing truth. He is desperately afraid of being unloved, and more importantly, he is terrified of dying unremembered. Remember Season 3, Episode 2. He stares at his first grey hair in the mirror. The panic in his eyes is palpable. He realizes that despite his devastating power, biology is a clock he cannot punch out. Then came Sister Sage in Season 4. He recruited her for one specific reason. He wanted an intellect capable of breaking the human cycle. He wanted a world where his legacy could never rot. He gave Sage total control over Vaught's resources, over the Seven, and over his own son Ryan. He sacrificed his remaining sanity to trust a mind he cannot comprehend. He truly believes Sage looks at him and sees a savior. But Homelander's ultimate tragic flaw is his inability to recognize that, to a supreme intellect, a god is just another variable to be balanced. The finale script leaks paint a picture of absolute chaos inside Washington, D.C. The political landscape is completely shattered. The president is dead, Congress is in ruins, and the military is mobilizing. Homelander stands in the center of the Oval Office, completely untethered. But physically, his body is failing. The side effects of his aging process, accelerated by his constant psychological breaks, are catching up to him. He is losing control of his microscopic vision. His hearing is failing. Enter Sister Sage. She walks into the room. She does not show fear. Instead, she places a single titanium case on the desk. Inside sits the V1 serum. The leaks state she presents this as the ultimate cure. A modified variant of Compound V designed to stabilize a Supé's cellular structure permanently. It promises to erase his human frailties entirely. Outside, Billy Butcher is closing in, driven by the malevolent consciousness of Joe Kessler. The boys are fractured but desperate. Homelander realizes his empire is collapsing around him. He looks at the blue glow of the vial. He uncaps the syringe. He drives the needle straight into his neck. The screen flashes blindingly white as his veins turn a violent, glowing blue. He screams. On the surface, Homelander just became invincible. But think about who delivered that syringe. Sister Sage does absolutely nothing without a multi-layered calculation. Why would the woman who spent an entire season proving how much she despises arrogant, unchecked soups hand the ultimate weapon to the most unstable monster on Earth? Something is deeply wrong with the V1 formula. The first theory is the Trojan horse hypothesis. This theory suggests that the V1 serum is not an upgrade at all. It is a highly specific biological compound designed to strip a soup of their abilities permanently, masquerading as an enhancement. The evidence comes straight from Vaught's secret laboratory logs mentioned briefly in Season 4. Frederick Vaught's early journals noted that an overdose of pure, unstabilized V causes cellular combustion in adult subjects. Sage has spent months tweaking this exact formula. By telling Homelander it will grant him immortality, she exploits his desperate fear of death to make him inject it voluntarily. This theory is incredibly compelling because it mirrors how Sage operates. She never uses physical force. She uses her target's own psychology against them. However, the weakness of this theory is the leaked visual effects descriptions. The script leak specifically states that Homelander's lasers and strength increase tenfold immediately after the injection. If it was a simple cure or a poison, his powers would fade instantly. The serum is doing something real to his blood. The second theory is the cellular cage. This suggests the V-1 serum does exactly what Sage promised. It grants absolute, permanent immortality. But it does so by locking his cells in a completely static state. His body can no longer change, heal, or adapt. We have seen this cross-season pattern twice before in the show's history. In Season 1, Translucent's carbon skin made him completely indestructible from the outside, but left him entirely vulnerable from within. In Season 3, Soldier Boy's radioactive chest blast stripped Compound V away by burning it at a cellular level. Sage knows Homelander cannot be killed by external weapons. Therefore, Theory 2 posits that V-1 forces Homelander's cells to replicate so rapidly that his body becomes a closed ecosystem. He cannot process new oxygen. He cannot heal internal tissue damage. The serum effectively turns his own indestructible skin into a living coffin. It freezes his power at its peak, but traps his consciousness inside a body that is slowly suffocating itself from the inside out. He becomes a statue of flesh. The third and most unexpected theory is the Gen 5 blood variable. This theory reframes the entire reason Sage allowed the Godolphin University survivors, specifically Marie Moreau, to enter the main storyline in the final hours of Season 5. The show has already confirmed that Marie Moreau possesses the incredibly rare ability to manipulate the ion and compound V inside a person's bloodstream. She can feel the power floating in the veins. Here is the theory. V-1 is not a poison, and it is not a cage. It is a catalyst. It alters the molecular structure of compound V to make it highly magnetic and volatile. Sage did not design V-1 to kill Homelander. She designed it to make him vulnerable to Marie. By injecting V-1, Homelander unintentionally transforms his own blood into a weapon that Marie can control from a distance. The most powerful evidence for this is a blink and you miss it line from Sage in Season 4, where she notes that every complex system has a single fragile pressure point. Homelander's pressure point isn't his heart. It is the liquid gold running through his veins. These three theories are not mutually exclusive, they are the sequential phases of Sage's master plan. The V-1 serum acts as the Trojan horse, entering Homelander's system through his own hubris. Once inside, it initiates the cellular cage, spiking his powers to an unstable level while trapping his physical form. Finally, this extreme cellular spike acts as a beacon for the Gen V blood variable. Sage did not build a weapon to kill a god. She engineered a multi-part pharmaceutical trap that required Homelander's arrogance, Vort's science, and Marie's unique biology to align perfectly at the exact same moment. They stack beautifully on top of each other. If this multi-layered trap succeeds in Blood and Bone, the implications for the future of the franchise are massive. First, Vought International will completely collapse. Without a godlike figurehead to terrify the public, the corporation loses its military contracts and its global leverage. Second, Billy Butcher's entire crusade changes. If Kessler is controlling Butcher to exterminate every Supe, a weakened or trapped Homelander ruins his narrative justification. Butcher will be forced to choose between executing a helpless monster or turning his wrath onto the new generation of heroes like Marie. Third, Sister Sage steps into the absolute vacuum of global power. By destroying Homelander without ever throwing a single punch, she proves that intellect is the only true superpower in the world. The world won't be ruled by capes anymore. It will be ruled by the person who writes the prescriptions. Did Sister Sage actually design the V-1 serum to destroy Homelander, or are we completely underestimating his final transformation? Let me know your exact thoughts in the comments section below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. The finale drops in exactly 4 days, and we will be releasing a frame-by-frame breakdown of the actual episode the second the credits roll. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. It really helps the algorithm show this analysis to other fans of The Boys who are trying to survive the leak season. Thank you for watching.